Evening peeps, welcome back to the channel. Excuse me, you've just seen the We Are Driven intro. We Are Driven team still pushing Archie's journey, still pushing Bradley Lowry Foundation. Get yourself over to Facebook, click all those like buttons, then get yourself onto We Are Driven, find out what's happening on there. And then if you can, get yourself over to justgiving.com/campaign/Archie's journey and drop a little donation on there if you can, please. Have a little read and all that sort of stuff. That's the most important one really, the Just Giving. So if you can, please do so. Right, tonight, back with P1RC's British Touring Car Championship. We are classing tonight as the finals, so we've got two 20-minute races. We're not obviously going to have the qualifying for next race because it's not happening. So tonight will be the final race of the season, reverse grid for race 2. They were going to run it into next year, but they all decided that to run a single race in the new year was a little bit daft, so they're not going to bother. Tickers and t-shirts still available, people. Hit me up at Darksmoker at Google Mail if you fancy any of that. A little bit late now if you wanted it for Christmas, but you know, it is what it is. So yes, round 6, or the finals if you like, from Nurburgring GP Circuit tonight. I forget who qualified on pole last week. I forgot to have a look at the stream. To be honest, I forgot I was streaming tonight, to be perfectly honest with you. So, scores-wise, going into this round tonight, the finals, Champ is leading the way. He's currently sitting on 205 points. Absolutely nobody touching him at the minute. P1 Obi-Wan still sitting in second, despite missing out last week. I think he's going to lose it this week. He's not in the lobby, so unless he makes a late arrival, he's going to lose that second position in the championship. P1 Valium, he's got himself third with 108 points. He's joint third, sorry, with P1 Rob, both on 108 points. JPH 99 sitting in fifth with 104. Pilgrim sitting right behind him with 103. Then we've got Raffo with 92 points. Staff H with 78 points. Manny on 71 points. Don on 69 points, Dodgy on 65 points, Ricky J has got himself 48 points, Magenta Fez 20 points, we've got 1805 on 17 points, so we've got 3 drivers on 17 points, we've got 1805, Pedro and Les, I believe all 3 were stand-ins. Oh no, Les is back in the lobby tonight, okay. So all 3 of those drivers on 17 points, and Doug's is on 9 points. When it comes to the team championships, we've got Team Ford Focus, Team Toyota Yaris, we've got the Honda Civic team, the Hyundai Genesis and the BMW M3. Team Focus is leading the way with 416 points, again out of touch now from anybody else. Team Yaris with 286 points in second. Team Civic third with 182 points, Team Genesis fourth with 140 points, and Team BMW last but not least with 125 points. So qualifying will get underway at about 5 past. Like I say, I forget who qualified. I think it was Pilgrim finished first last week in the qualifying session. I'm not sure who followed him up though. I think Raffo was something like third, I believe. Was it Rob S maybe? Drivers all over the place in that one. Champ in the Team Ford Focus liveried first place car. Les Pants got himself a Castrol Civic this week. Unisurf for Rob, Team Focus, another Civic there for JPH. Raffo in the BMW, a few dents on the front of that already, Raffo. There's Ricky J in the Hyundai. And are we going to be able to see a Yaris? Oh, there is a Yaris, but not one on track. Let's get that nonsense turned off for you lot now before the race starts. Raffo getting a little tap in the rear from Champ there. Still not got a Civic out on track. If Valium unfortunately is not here tonight either, he would be closest rival really to try and take that second position off of Obi-Wan. Was he joint third, wasn't he? Yeah, so Rob S as well got a chance here to try and snatch that second. Where is Rob S? Currently third. Say not the race yet. This is just a little practice warm-up session. So only the two races for you lot tonight. Just the two 20-minute races. No qualifying at the end. And that'll be it. All kicks off again in the new year. Good old battles in these N300s. Raffo showing the scars from just the practice session tonight. Oh yeah, Don's in the room, yeah, okay. He's out in the Hyundai as well. Right, here we go then. Race 1 just about to get underway. Now we'll all find out what the grid order is. Like I say, I think it's Champ on pole. I'm sure Rob S is like second or third. Maybe Don. Yeah, Team Focus all the way up the front. Look, we've got oh okay, Champ second. Did Rob S take the win? Did he? Don't think he did. So it's Rob S on pole then, Champ second, Pilgrim third, Don fourth, Les Pants fifth, Snav H in sixth, Raffo seventh, we've got Ricky J in eighth, Dodgy in ninth, JPH in 10th. Wait for these lights to drop, they're away then. Focus got a big pile of cars up the front. Don already trying to make his way through. Champ's managed to sneak into first as head up towards turn 1. Will they all make it through here cleanly? Oh, Raffo had a look up the inside of Don there for the move. Can Don hold on to this second? Yes, he can. Can he sweep back up the inside of Champ here? Yes, he can. Can he hold the line down into this next turn? Oh, Champ's going wide. Don's having... It's going to be tricky through here. He's got his nose in front, but Champ's got the lead through here. Does give Don the advantage into this next turn, but Champ might be able to hold his line alongside him, although Don's already quite a way ahead. Oh, here we go, round the outside. Champ's trying to hold his line. Oh, that's the wrong way as they come through this next part. Champ just holds on to the lead then as they head down the hill. I'm gonna have to change this up a little bit. There you go, he has managed to get himself in front then. Don thinks about slinging one up the inside, he's got to be careful. P1 Rob all over his rear end as they head up towards the S's. So can Don hang on to Champ? Go for the lead into the chicane. Oh, Champ going a bit wide there. Don Gets his nose up the rear wing of Champ Champ. Not able to keep the power going though. Managed to pull a bit of a gap from Rob S behind. Now using the slipstream. Not close enough. Champ Champ not giving him the toe he'd preferred. Into the chicane he goes cleanly. Oh, both drivers a little bit squirrely out of there. Losing a bit of time to these drivers behind now. Just coming into end lap 1. So Champ Champ still leads, then Don's second, Rob S third, Pilgrim into 4th, Raffo 5th, Les Pants 6th, Snav H 7th, JPH made a couple of positions up into 8th, Ricky J 9th, and Dodgy 10th in the Yaris. There is the Yaris. Champ Champ then under all sorts of threat here. Don's had to take avoiding action, so not smash into the back of him. Might lose this position to Rob S here. He just holds on to it. On the hunt for Champ Champ again then. Again, he's too far out front to be taken off the lead of the championship, but drivers would still like to take the win off him, I'm sure. Hyundai looking pretty planted tonight. A little bit wide through there. Top 5 then pulled a bit of a gap. Got Pilgrim and Raffo battling it out for 4th as they head down towards the hairpin. Raffo is going to go for a late break up the inside, backs out of it. Pilgrim sweeps across the front end. Raffo backs off, tries to lose a bit of his penalty through there, and then a bit of a gap back to 6th place Les Pants, 3.2 seconds. Civic from Civic here, 7th, 8th and 9th. It's a bit of a gap back to Ricky J as well, 2.6 seconds back to the 9th place driver, and Dodgy unfortunately another 3.6 seconds down in 10th. Back up front then, a little bit of a gap developed between Champ Champ and Don. Champ Champ will just eke out a 10th here or there, be able to stretch that lead out. He's already got it up to 1.3, it does just come back down again. So if they finish like this, more points on the board for Team Focus. They've already won the championship really. Good results every week. Holding penalties at the minute though. Oh, late break from Rob S. He closes the gap up, but again he's had to go a bit wide to not smash into Don. Pilgrim 4th, then Raffo 0.7 of a second back. Les Pants losing a bit of time, 4.2 seconds down now, 6th place. Snav H another 1.4 seconds back. JPH another 1.3 seconds back. J again just losing a bit of time through there. Oh, it did just go up to 3.5. It's back down to 2.7 now. Dodgy lost about another second there. Down to 4.3. Oh, it's just come back up 3.7. Champ's lead's come down a little bit. Don's managed to close that gap back up a tiny little bit. Out of the hairpin then. Pulled a big enough gap between himself and Rob S as well, out of that slipstream range from the 3rd place driver. He's just got to hold his nerve, keep that focus, make it get smaller and smaller every corner. Still 1.1 second gap between these two. Still 1.1 seconds in it, nothing between these two. Gets a slightly better pull down that long straight as the Focus, gains a couple of tenths over Don. Brings that gap down another little bit just through the chicane, but again Champ is just able to stretch this gap out ever so slightly. last couple of corners pretty decent for Don. Managed to bring that gap back down again to 1.1. Focus does seem to have the legs on the longer straights. As it gets up to sort of third, fourth gear, fifth gear, it starts to pull a little bit harder than the drivers behind. Just able to stretch those gaps out. Again, the gap down to 1.1 seconds again. .2 seconds back to Pilgrim. Rob S has got it all wrong. So he's gone from third to fifth. He's less than a second back from Raffo, so still within attacking distance. Pilgrim now third, then Raffo fourth, Rob S in fifth. Snav H up to sixth, but 6.8 seconds down. He's got Les Pants, who was sixth, currently seventh now. JPH struggling to hang on to these two, 1.6 seconds off the pace. Ricky J, Ricky J just going a bit wide through there, catches the sand, that's going to slow him down a little bit. A couple of dirty tyres. They should clean themselves off by the time he gets down to the hairpin, but it's cost him a second or two. Dodgy in 10th, just 4.1 seconds down. Champ Champ, a little bit wide there for Champ Champ. Allows Don just to bring that gap down again a tiny little bit. He's got it down to 3/4 of a second. Let's see what the gap is by the time they end up at the end of this straight. Like I say, the focus. Oh, he's trying to drop his penalty. Okay, so that is going to slow him down. That brings Don right in check with him. Less than half a second between these two. Good exit through the chicane as well for Don. Brings himself right on the rear bumper of Champ Champ as they come round to finish lap 4. Thinks about making a move. Has he got the legs on the focus? A run down towards turn 1. Not there, he's not. Can he regain that slipstream? Slingshot one past him. He's going for it again. No. Nothing in it between them. I'm going to try and cut back up the inside again here. Champ Champ is fully aware of that. He saw that happen in lap 1. Cuts the attack off from Don. Still side by side through here though. Champ Champ does just gain the advantage on the way out, but Don is right there with him. Still putting a little bit of time on those drivers behind. 3 seconds the gap is up to now between themselves and Pilgrim. Yeah, the focus just seems to have a little bit of a tiny advantage over all these other cars, and when you've got someone like Champ Champ behind the wheel, he's able to make it work. Still nothing in it between these two. Still less than half a second. Can only just see the next driver's 3.7 seconds down for Pilgrim then from second place. So is Don in a better position here. Just half a second back from Champ Champ. Again, that focus does pull when it gets up to the higher end of the gears. Half a second and climbing. Yeah, it's a tiny amount, but it's enough just to keep Champ Champ out of danger. What has Snav H done? Snav H is now down in 8th position. We'll have a quick run through the order. So Champ Champ leading, then Don second. Rob S now back up into 3rd position. Pilgrim 4th. Raffo in 5th. JPH into that 6th position now, followed by Les Pants, and now Snav H all the way down in 8th position. Ricky J 3 seconds back in 9th. Dodgy 6.8 seconds down in 10th. 8.5 minutes remaining. Still pretty close between these two, just over half a second. I say that, it's just come down. Purple sectors from Champ. He's not letting it go yet. Oh, he's got to be careful. He's exploring those track limits. Oh, excuse me. Into the hairpin then. Just under 8 minutes remaining of race 1. Can Don get it done on Champ? Still just over half a second, 0.6. Gets a better drive out there, closes that gap up on Champ again. Again, the Focus just able to drag itself away a tiny little bit. Like I say, it's only minuscule. Oh, going hot in there for Don. Got to be careful. Lucky, no penalty. He didn't spin himself out either. Keeps himself just in check with Champ with that manoeuvre. Still half a second in it. 6 3/4 minutes remaining. Raffo into third then, 6.3 seconds back, but third place nonetheless. A little bit of a penalty to lose. Got Pilgrim about 0.7 of a second behind him. Rob S picked up a penalty, trying to drop that as well then into 5th. JPH 6th, Les Pant 7th, Snaff H in 8th. Big gap starting to stretch out between these three. Ricky J not able to close that gap up, unfortunately, on the Civic drivers. Whoa, wide through turn 1 as well. Picks up a couple of cones for Souvenirs. Dodgy, unfortunately, 10 seconds down now for Dodge. Here it is. These two. Wrong driver. Just 0.4 of a second in it still between these. Again, Champ just seems to be able to get the drive out on those longer straights. Something about that Focus setup that's just keeping him safe. Of a second in it. Again, the Focus just pulls away again. Stretches up to 0.5. I can almost hear Don cursing. A little bit squirrely out of there for Champ, but doesn't put him under any direct threat from Don. Half a second in it. It's just opening up again. Whatever he's done to that Focus, he's done it right. Time starting to run out for Don here then. Just 4 minutes remaining of race 1. He's got the gap down to 1/4 of a second, but this is not the place to be slinging one up the inside. So 0.3 as they hit the hairpin. Hyundai maybe bogging down a little bit when it changes gear. She's just giving the Focus the edge maybe. Does sound a tiny bit sluggish on gear changes, does the Hyundai. If we jump on board with Champ and have a... Yeah, it doesn't sound quite as sluggish. Whoa, Don's right there though. Loses his penalty, keeps himself in check with the Champ. All over the back end of him. Again, the Focus just pulling away again. Coming up towards sort of final lap territory. I think we might just see 2 more laps from these boys. See 1 more from everyone else. Having to go defensive now then, Champ. Hugging that pit wall, not letting Don sneak one up the inside. Trying to lose his penalty there though, Don. Okay, goes for that different line on the way into the Mercedes arena. Champ aware of it, cuts him off. Still trying to lose that penalty. Now slings one up the inside on the exit of the Mercedes arena. That won't benefit him through here though. Gets a good drive out of that turn. Can he pile the pressure on enough? Again, Champ having to go defensive. Still got a penalty to drop there, Don. Not a lot, but enough to harass you. Again, I think these boys are just going to cross the line to see another lap, but everyone else should. I think this should be final lap for them. Raffo holding that third. He's got 3 seconds over Pilgrim now. A little bit of a penalty to lose still. Pilgrim and Rob S bumper to bumper through the through the hairpin. Oh, Pilgrim goes wide. Rob S goes through. JPH holding 6, but Les Panthers close that gap back up on him. Can the Civic drivers have a little bit of a battle in this final round tonight? Snav H off the pace now, 2.2 seconds down. Ricky J is only 1.5 seconds down at the end of this one. Fortunately, Dodgy lost a bit more time now, 18 seconds down. Champ then. Started second on the grid, managed to get himself into pole in turn 1, or into the front turn 1. And that's where he stayed. Don's tried everything he can to get past him, but something about that Focus. Even with the slipstream, that gap is not coming down very quickly at all for Don. So we have got drivers finishing now then. So Rob S does take 4th, and Pilgrim takes 5th. JPH, if he can get around this final turn cleanly. Is he going to take 6? Les Pants going to get it off him? No, JPH is going to take 6. Les Pants takes 7th. Snav H takes 8th. Ricky J is going to take 9th. Dodgy coming up to the final turn now. It's going to come home in 10th. There he goes across the line. Oh, we wait for these two. Side by side as they head down towards the hairpin. Don having to go defensive again. Champ trying everything he can. Raffo's managed to get through for an extra lap as well this time. Don all over the back end of Champ. I'm sure they'll be loving this race, regardless of how frustrating it is for Don. Now or never for Don then. He's got to get the good exit through here, use the slipstream, try and get as much power out of this turn as possible. Gap was coming down again. It's just stretching out that Focus, man. What has that Focus got? Even with the toe for Don, it's not working for him. Champ then through the final turn. Gonna hold on to it just. Don is trying though. Oh, so close. Just a 10th in it by the time they actually cross the line. So Champ does take the win. Then Don comes home second, and Raffo is going to take that third place. Well driven, Raff. Don still had that penalty when he crossed the line. There we go. So we'll have a little bit of a break and then jump into the final race of the year. Don't forget to drop those likes, people. Squidge that in. Reverse grid being set up then. Yeah, Don and Champ saying that was a phenomenal race. I can imagine it was between those two. So reverse grid for race 2 then. That'll put Ricky J and Dodgy on the front row of the grid. Yeah, Don just giving Raffo a well done there. Yeah, I was going to say Raffo's pulled out some good results in this one. Give him 5 minutes then before race 2 kicks off. Whether that is from the end of the last race or from now, I don't know. Yeah, don't forget new seasons. They are all going to be short, I think, in the new year. We've got the minis, we've got the TOR-GR3 League on Wednesdays, the minis on Mondays. But I believe they're all going to be short leagues due to the fact that GT7's coming out, Gran Turismo 7. So everyone's going to jump over to that when it comes out. If it comes out, you know what PlayStations are like. And yeah, so it's we won't be able to get a full 10-week league in or whatever before Gran Turismo comes out. So I think it's going to be sort of 6 or 7 week leagues, little short ones, and then everyone's going to jump over to GT7, try and figure out how it works, and then make a complete hash of it, I'm sure. Won't be so bad for me. I've just got to run it out my HDMI into my computer. But if you're streaming from the PlayStation itself, it can be a little bit tricky just to try and figure out their settings. A couple of other guys who've already picked up PlayStation 5s. But still streaming Gran Turismo 4, yeah, they just struggle with mic settings and things like that because all the interfaces are different, I suppose. Might not have the right thing clicked, who knows? Who's that? It's JPH. It's got to be JPH. Oh no, it's a BMW. It's Raffo. 2-minute shout then. Champ testing out the sideways capabilities of the Focus. JPH not trying to take out a set of tyres in between race 1 and race 2. What's going on? What can Don do in race 2 then? So the top 3 carry over extra weight from race 1. So that's Champ with 3 clicks of extra weight, Don with 2 clicks of extra weight, and Raffo with a single click of extra weight. And he does start in front of Champ as well on the grid. So we'll see. We'll see. Again, even with the most ballast, most races, Champ's pretty much stomped it. Here we go then, final race of the season, final race of the year coming up then, peeps. So, Dodgy on pole position, Ricky 2nd, Snav H 3rd, Les Pants 4th, JPH 5th, Pilgrim 6th, Rob S 7th, Raffo 8th, Don in 9th, and Champ 10th. Wait for these lights to drop. Final 20-minute race for you lot. Lights are all red. Wait for them to drop to green, and they're away. Raffo peeling out already, looking for positions. Has got 1 click of extra weight, but we'll see what happens here. Dodgy then holds the line into turn 1. Ricky J all over the back end of him. Just let them just get through the Mercedes arena before I start looking at positions. All tightly packed. A little bit slow in there for Dodgy. Ricky J having to take a void in action. That's going to allow Snav H to have a look at him, and Les Pants both carrying a bit of extra speed as they run down towards this next turn. 3 wide as they head down here as well. It could be chaos. Oh, Snav H is off. He's just clipped Les Pants. Everyone just on track. Who's that in the background? Is that Champ off track? No. Rob S off track in the background. Right, let's go through a grid order run then. Now they're up to speed. Dodgy holding that lead. Les Pants into 2nd, Snav H 3rd, JPH in 4th. Ricky J, yeah, he did lose a lot of time. Losing more positions here as well. Pilgrim up the inside for 5th. Champ. Oh, Champ up the inside. Side by side with Ricky J as they come into the S's. It's got Champ just out in front at the minute, but if Ricky J can hold his own into this next turn. Does do. Champ has to go a little bit wide through there. Still side by side with Ricky J. There's a good old bumping and a barging. Oh, he gets pushed wide and spun around. Oh, nearly clears up Don as well. Ricky J pushed to the back then. Pilgrim trying to make his way past the big pile of Civics in front of him. Dodgy holding his own though at the minute, 0.8 of a second lead. Snav H 2nd, JPH 3rd. Pilgrim sitting in 4th, Champ up to 5th already. Raffo in 6th. See them, they're in a great big line down there, apart from Ricky J unfortunately. Rob S in the background trying to make another move back past Raffo. gets the job done. He's got a penalty to lose. Les Pants thinks about chucking him up the inside as well, but has that closed off. Has to settle for... Where are you going? Has to settle for 8th then, does Les Pants. Don in 9th then. And Ricky J, unfortunately, with that spin, down in 10th and almost 10 seconds down as well. So, Dodgy still leading. Snav H in 2nd, 1.2 seconds back, but he is under all sorts of pressure from championship leader Champ. There's Champ looking around the outside of Snav H, gets the speed as well. There's something about that focus. Look at the power it's pulling over Snav H. Maniac Snav. Pilgrim trying to get around another of those focuses, almost runs himself off track. Champ, look at that, carries the speed. Obviously not a very good hairpin there for Dodgy. Lost a lot of speed, and Champ just able to sweep through, take that lead off him again. Can Dodgy hang on to him? Oh, he's gone wide through there as Dodgy. A little bit wide through there as well. Oh, he's picked up a penalty for that off-track action. That's a shame. But look at the gap Champ's pulled out already. 0.7 of a second. Don, unfortunately, has not had a great start. He's down in 9th position at the back of this train you're looking at now. That tiny little blue dot at the back of that line. Unable to put any kind of pressure on Champ. He's got to battle his way through the rest of the pack as well. So, ending lap 2 then. Champ goes from the back of the grid to the front. Dodgy still holds 2nd. Snav H all over the back of him though, holding 3rd. Are we going to see Snav H make a move on Dodgy into turn 1? Dodgy loses his penalty. Snav H thinks about it. Pilgrim, come back. He fired himself off track. He's lost a couple of positions. JPH back past. He's now under pressure from Raffo in 6th and Rob S in 7th. Back up the inside of JPH though, tiny bit bumpy, pushed wide maybe a teeny bit. Look at them headed down here then. Again, they were almost 3 wide. JPH holding 4th, Pilgrim slings one up the inside. Close between these two. Raffo's looking for a way pass. Rob S is looking for a way pass. Les Pants and Don as well. All tightly bunched still. Ricky J unfortunately losing more and more time. 13.7 seconds down. Champ gaining more and more time. It's 2.7 second lead currently over Snav H. On with Snav, looking back at this pile of drivers behind. Dodgy in 3rd then. JPH holding 4th. Pilgrim in 5th looking for a way past. Rob S in 6th just on the back end of these two. Oh, Dodgy goes for a move up the inside but gets blocked by Snav. Still battling for position behind here, so we're on board now with Dodgy looking back at the 4th, 5th, 6th place fight. JPH has to go a little bit defensive. Pilgrim looks to run around the outside into the chicane. Champ's got it all wrong. He's down in 3rd. He's pulling over, look. He's let these drivers through. He wasn't carrying enough speed. Oof, Pilgrim, where are you going? Pilgrim, the track's over here. Focus, boys. Having a good old fight then. So that then puts Snav H into race lead. 13 minutes left of this one. Dodgy into 2nd. Oh, Pilgrim. Rob S and Pilgrim swapping positions down the start-finish straight. Champ as well after his off-track action. Got himself back into 5th position behind his teammates. JPH in 6th. Don made a couple of positions up into 7th. Raffo 8th. Les Pants has got it all wrong. Les Pants down in 9th now then, 4.95 seconds down. That does give it Ricky J someone to aim for, but I'm sure neither driver's quite happy at the minute. Snav H still leading then, 1.2 seconds. Everybody bunched up behind that Yaris at the minute. A big pile of Focuses looking for a way past. 3rd and 4th side by side as they run down towards the hairpin. Champ teammate 3 wide on the exit. Someone's race is not going to end well here. Oh, it's Pilgrims. Again, he's had to sling himself off the racing line to allow the faster drivers to come through. Drops himself all the way down to 8th. Trying to run side by side with Rob S through the hairpin is never going to work. Kept it nice and tightly packed for race 2 anyway, that's for sure. Snav H still leading then, just by half a second. Dodgy holding that 2nd position. He's got about 0.4 of a second over Champ, who's got himself back up into 3rd. Don in the background going wide. Oh! Is that Pilgrim? Pilgrim, drive that car properly, you maniac. How do you end up sideways on the start-finish straight? Lots of penalties to lose all over the place then. Snav H still leading. Champ's got himself through into 2nd. He's still got about a second gap between him and Snav H, just under, about 3/4 of a second now. He's closing that gap. Dodgy holding 3rd, Rob S 4th, JPH 5th. Pilgrim just holding 6th, Raffo just holding 7th. Don looking for both of those positions, currently sitting in 8th. Les Pants has pulled a bit of that gap back, 2.2 seconds he's brought that down to. And Ricky J still 11 seconds down in 10th. Oh, Snav H under pressure now. Having to go defensive. Champ's just waiting for him to open the door. Slings one up the inside here though, but Snav H still got the inside line into this next turn, but it could be compromised with Champ next to him, which he is. He's not able to carry the speed around that turn, so Champ does get himself back through to the front of the race. Again, very good racecraft has Champ. Goes a little bit defensive, although Snav H not looking for an attack into the chicane. Oh, Dodgy's gone deep though. Say that, Snav H has got a good exit, not enough to carry the speed into the final turn. Champ absolutely hugging that inside line. Again, the Focus just got that mile an hour or whatever it is over every other car. Snav H now looking to run around the outside. Again, holding that line in the background. Dodgy under pressure from Rob S there for that 3rd position. Just holding his own at the minute. 8 minutes remaining of race 2. Champ leads then. Snav H 2nd. Oh, he's picked himself up a penalty, unfortunately. Dodgy holding that 3rd. What is happening in the background? Rob S 4th, JPH all over the place for 5th, Pilgrim 6th, Don 7th. Oh, a little bit of bumping and a barging going on. A little bit of a love tap there from Pilgrim, just nudged JPH wide, allowed Pilgrim and Don through. JPH now 7th. Raffo right on his tail for 8th. Les Pant still 2.7 seconds down for 9th. Ricky J, unfortunately, 21 seconds down now. Snav H has not given up on this first place. Thought we got on board with the wrong driver then, but no, we are on board with the right driver. Champ had just got it a little bit wrong. Again, even with that slipstream, Champ just able to stretch it out. Still battling in the background for 4th position. Dodgy going defensive. He's run one up the inside of Rob S there. A little bit late for Dodgy, but it slowed the pair of them down. And that's allowed Pilgrim to sneak up the inside of the pair of them. He's got a little bit of a penalty to lose, but space being given. Again, Champ having to go massively defensive. Snav H in a good position to get this off him into turn 1. Oh, hard under braking. Everybody hard under braking. Rob S slings one up the inside of Snav H. Dodgy's gone wide in turn 1. He's going to lose all those positions. Snav H now under threat from an attacking bunch of all sorts in there. Fiesta Focuses, we've got the Hyundai, we've got drivers driving through each other. This is all working in Champ's favour. At 1.4 second the gap out front, gives his tyres a wiggle. I think he was quite enjoying the racing, to be honest. Snav H all over the back of him again. Rob S, oh, far too hot into there. Onto the sand he goes. Slowed him down, so Don gets himself through. Raffo also slings one on the inside, as does JPH. Raffo then down to 7th. Even Dodgy's having a look up the inside out of the hairpin. And that's brought Les Pants right back into this fight. Just 3/4 of a second down then for the 9th place driver. Unfortunately, a bit more time lost then for Ricky J. 23 seconds down. Snav H up the inside. Oh, he's gone too wide. Champ slowed right down. Pilgrim's all over him. Don's all over him. Snav's all over him. And JPH is all over him. Pilgrim through to the lead of the race then. Snav H 2nd. Does actually look there like Champ was helping out Snav H. Look at the big pile of marauders now. No space on track for anyone. Side by side at the back here as well for Dodgy and Les Pants. It is almost one great big blob of cars on the screen, apart from poor old Ricky J. So there they all are then. Pilgrim, Snav H, Champ, JPH, Don, Raffo, Rob S, Dodgy, Les Pants, all tucked up together. Pilgrim still leads 1.1 seconds over Snav H. Trying to lose that penalty as well. Snav does definitely think he's getting a little bit of a helping hand from Champ there. Oh, he's gone very wide through the exit of Mercedes Arena. 3 wide as they head down here. Snav holding 2nd, but only just. Champ. No, just up the outside. Oh, they're getting swamped. Champ 2nd, Snav H 3rd, but Snav's got the inside line into the hairpin, so should hold on to it. Champ's going to run it around the outside though. Snav H does get a good drive on the exit. The BMW of Raffo's backwards. Champ gets a nudge onto the sand. That's going to push him a little bit further back. Don and Raffo side by side then through the S's. Snav H holding that 2nd position. Got a little bit of that penalty to lose still. Pilgrim working his way up front. 2.4 seconds the gap. Don all over the back end of Snav H. He loses his penalty up the inside through there. Don gets through to second then. Snav H third. Champ fourth. Raffo in fifth. JPH sixth. Rob S seventh. Oh, Champ fires himself through the middle of the pack there. Oh, he's got it all wrong. That's going to be a penalty for sure. He'll be running a little bit slow. There you go. There's the penalty. Holds it off the racing line. Gets that penalty lost and get back up to race pace. Positions changing all over the shop here. Pilgrim now 3.5 seconds up front with only a minute 40 left on the clock. This will become last lap. Champ back up into second position, gets himself back past Don. Goes wide through there though. Gives Don a look up the inside. He'll have a look up the inside here as well. He's gone a little bit sideways. Don goes too deep. Champ sneaks back through. Raffo's managed to get himself sideways past Snav H, but Snav H obviously gets that position back. Snav H back into fourth then. Rob S fifth. Raffo sideways for sixth. JPH seventh. A little bit of a penalty to lose. Dodgy still holding eighth, just a second down. Les Pants also just 1.2 seconds down in ninth. Ricky J unfortunately 32 seconds down, 10th position. So out of the hairpin into the S's for Pilgrim. Cleanly through there, 30 seconds left on the race timer. So it's a battle for position then. Pilgrim looking reasonably safe at the minute with that 3-second gap. Again, any kind of mistake will allow Champ to get him, I'm sure. BMW versus Civic here. Fortunately, Snav's all the way down in sixth now. Oh, he slings one up the inside of the BMW. He's gone far too deep though. Gets reset to track. That's going to put him way back. Pilgrim then comes around that final turn and is going to come home to take the win in race 2. There it is. Champ comes home for second. Don takes third. Rob S takes fourth. Raffo takes fifth. JPH sixth. Dodgy 7th, Les Pants 8th, Snav H, unfortunately, he's going to come home 9th. Got reset to track right on that final chicane. Won't be happy with that. He was having a good race at the start as well, having a damn good battle with Champ, that's for sure. Just wait for Ricky J to cross the line. The V-Tech. Unfortunately, it's just not had the power this season, mate. It's not had the power. The Focus has just been smashing it. Clementia. Yeah, the Focus has just seemed to have the edge over all the other drivers. It's a little bit of a shame, but, you know, it does take a lot of setting up to get these cars right. It is the first season these boys have done it as well, so... But that is that. Final race done and dusted. So Champ stormed away with that one. He's way up front now. So many points on the board. It's I'm not even going to look. It's disgusting. Team Focus also take the team win. Lots and lots of points up front as well for that one. And that is about it. Again, so no race in the new year because they've decided to cancel it. So no qualifying tonight. That's the end of this one. And like I say, all the new league kick off in the new year. Let me just pull up the old calendar. I don't want you. I don't want you either. Let's have a look. January. So I think that the minis starts on the 3rd of January. I'll post up on my page anyway on Facebook when they all start. I think it's the 3rd. I think the GR3 League starts on the 5th, so they are kicking off pretty early. And I believe the P1 boys have got a couple of leagues lined up as well for Sundays and Thursdays. So as and when I know about that, I'll post it all up on the page and give you dates and times and stuff like that. I think the GR3 League is full. There's no room in that one. There might still be some space in the minis. If you fancy any of that, get yourself over to Tanso Racing Group and hook up with Chris Cutler and find out about that one. But like I say, I think the GR3 League's full. And get yourself onto Facebook if you fancy any of this action. Go check out P1 Race Community and get hold of the boys on there and see what's happening in the P1 Race Community Leagues as well. So yes, that's it for the year, people. Done and done. Don't really know how to end this one. I'm back in the new year. That's about it. If you like what you've watched, give it a like, comment, subscribe, all that sort of stuff. If you want to help the channel out, get yourself over to excuse me, buymeacoffee.com/darksmoker. Drop a donation if you can. I'd much rather you got hold of me at darksmoker@googlemail.com and hit me up and I'll send you some stickers for the same price as a donation on buymeacoffee.com. So I've got t-shirts as well, t-shirts and stickers available, people. If you fancy any of that, let me know. Like I say, hit me up at darksmoker@googlemail.com and I'll hook you all up. I'll send it European wide as well, and well, if you want it worldwide, I'll send it worldwide, but be prepared to pay for postage. All right. Local, free postage, but all you people abroad, overseas and stuff, you might have to pay a little bit. We'll see what happens. But that's going to be it from me. Like I say, if you like what you watched, give it a like, comment, subscribe. Tell all your mates, tell all your mums. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. My name's Dark Smoker. I'm out of here.